Okay, so I'm super excited. We had 199 promotions to be exact on the team, which means that a lot of people are going to be making a lot of money this month, and that's awesome. And what I posted in the team page, I wanted you guys to see and know because that just shows that it's not one person and it's not one kind of person and it's not one type of person, and it's anybody who wants this, anybody who is going to work for it. We had one ambassador. Congratulations, Stacy. That is a huge accomplishment. It's the highest rank in the entire company, and she did it, of course, with her team. And so many promotions we're going to be shouting out. We're going to have them on the trainings, all that kind of stuff. But you guys, these people are the people to follow. That's what it is. The people who are on these trainings, the people who are talking to you guys, teaching you guys, these are the people who you need to look at, and you need to copy them, and you need to mimic them. And we had one presidential. It was my 2.0. We had 4 triples, so freaking awesome. 10 double diamonds, so amazing. 27 diamonds, it's a lot of freaking diamonds, guys. So tell me, does diamond look that hard anymore? Like, if 27 people can do it in March, you can too. So yeah, my sound's on, your sound's not on. And then we had 40 emeralds and 101 rubies. If your goal is just ruby, y'all got this. 101 people did it with you. So it's just freaking awesome. So amazing. So we're going to have a few of these ladies on. It's going to be so amazing. Oh my gosh. People are texting me and I can't find them. Okay. So let's go ahead, you guys. And if you guys have any questions for these girls, I want you to ask them, whether you're new or not new, whatever it is, go ahead and ask them in the comments. And when you ask questions, ask for specific tips, things that they can answer. But Cynthia, are you here? Let me see. It's so hard to go through like 5 pages of stuff. So, okay. All right. I'm going to go with Eden. Okay. All right. Hi, Eden. Okay. So I see Eden. I see Kathy. Gosh, guys, I have 0 brains, so I don't see Ashley yet. So I'm going to start with Eden. Okay. Sorry, guys. I added a few people at the last minute. So, all right. Hi, wonderful lady.
Hey, Fraggers.
Hi. Don't call me that. I'm just kidding. You're like, haha, it's you now. So, hi. Okay. And I love those earrings. That's my jam.
Well, thank you.
So funny though, because when we were at our diamond brunch this morning, some people were saying that their team just totally looks up to you so much. So I thought that was really cool too. You never know.
I cry already.
Right. You never know until somebody says something, but they do. You are pretty awesome. And pretty cute and stuff. So, yeah. So you just promoted to triple. Yay!
Oh my God.
And you had like 2 doubles and like 3 diamonds, right? Because technically
a lot of diamonds. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
2 promoted this month.
that is so amazing. I'm super proud of you. And you earned a big fat $25,000 bonus. So awesome. Okay, so can you share your story with all of these wonderful ladies and gentlemen?
Okay. Short version?
No, we like your long version. You go through everything.
I feel like everyone knows it. Okay. So I'm Eden Papke. Just went triple diamond. I'm so excited, you guys. Like, I can't even. I was so excited when you asked me to come on this. Let's see. So I started in June 21st of 2017. Jamie was creeping on my Instagram, and my last name is Papke, and her last name is Park with an E at the end. And so I thought, okay, I was a newlywed. My husband's last name is Papke. So I was like, okay, it's probably one of his relatives. That's the only reason I accepted her follow request. And I so like I said, I was a newlywed. We've been married for like 5 months probably. And we were in college, full-time college students. And it was the summertime. So we'd moved back to my mom's house in California. We went to college in Idaho. We ran out of money because financial aid only goes so far. And so my mom let us live at her house for free in her office, spare bedroom. I was a little bit awkward as a newlywed. And basically my husband and I were both working 2 part-time jobs, and we hardly ever got to see each other. And I was really excited to be in California with my family, who I hadn't been with for a while, for like a year. And so I was really excited to be around my nieces and nephews and my family members. And then I was working at Home Depot in the evening. I was a biological surveyor, so it's basically a biologist in the morning. And I was working a lot, you guys. I was working so much, and I woke up at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. most days to go out to my biology job, and I hated where I was at, and so did my husband. We never got to see each other, and so I didn't even know it at the time. I just knew that I didn't really like where I was at. I'd never heard of network marketing or It Works, and then the whole Jamie Park Papke thing happened, and she followed me, and so I went and creeped on her page because she commented on a few of my photos, and I saw what she was doing. I saw instantly in her bio that she was LDS as well, and that she was a CRNA nurse. And I thought that was so cool because my mom's a nurse, my sister's a nurse, my brother's a nurse. Like, I wanted to be a nurse too, and following the crowd. And so I was like, okay, this lady seems pretty cool. I'm gonna see what she's about. And so I looked at her posts, and I love you guys. Thanks for all the comments in the chat. And I saw what she was doing and how she supplemented her income as a CRNA. I'm like, whatever, she's already balling, making like so much money already. Like, what is she doing? And so I looked more into it. And one of her posts, I remember perfectly. I don't even know if the chick is still in the company, but she promoted to Diamond. And I was like, how is this girl, like barely 18 and making $2,000 a month? And so I was like, okay, well, this person can do it, so can I. And I didn't Google it. I didn't look into it. She left her number at the bottom of the post, and I texted Jamie. She was at Green Carpet in Florida at like at a theme park. I don't even know which one. And I signed up on the spot. And it was pretty awesome. I think I went Ruby in like 45 days or something. And I never really looked back since then. I think after I went Ruby, we had to go back to college, and we were able to save up in our savings. And I was able to go to, my family's Canadian, kind of a little tidbit there. So I was able to go introduce my husband to all my Canadian family members. We went to Canada. And that was like my first trip as a married couple, which was really cool because It Works paid for that. And we like drove there, and so it paid for our gas with my bonuses and things like that. And then we got back to college, and I stayed stagnant at Ruby from August till February. So whatever that math is, 6 or 7 months. And I was comfortable with the extra $400 or $500 a month. It paid for our groceries and date night and like phone bill. And then I went to conference, you guys. That was my life-changing moment for my business, and I felt the fire, and they announced the $5,000 bonus for Emeralds. And so at the end of February, I went Emerald, and it was really cool. I was really proud of myself. I don't think I'd ever worked so hard at something. And promoting to that, I felt like, yeah, pretty cool. And so I thought, okay, I can do this. It's now, I think my first Emerald check with the bonus was like $900, almost $1,000. You guys, that covered our rent. And we were in the more expensive apartments here in Rexburg, Idaho. And that was life-changing. My husband was like, oh my gosh, you just paid for our rent. Like, we don't have to take that out of our financial aid. And when we were first married, he worked at a gas station for $7.25 an hour, you guys. That's ridiculous. And so I thought I'd spend my time more wisely doing It Works. And so Brian, my husband, didn't have to work anymore. We were both full-time in nursing majors in college. And those classes are pretty difficult if you've taken them. So it was very time-consuming studying. And then I just would pretty much post on my study breaks. And I became kind of obsessed with It Works. I love the products. My husband and I love to work out. And he gained like 20 pounds of muscle in 3 months on the New You, my husband. So he had his own results. He liked it. He liked that I was bringing in money, being a sugar mama. And then we both liked the shakes and the greens and stuff. And then what happened next in my story? I feel like I'm telling this long love story. In April, I promoted to the rank of Diamond, but kind of a little in there, the depressing part of my life. I thought it was depressing at the time. I applied to the nursing program at my college twice and got denied. That's funny, Mikkel. And got denied twice. You guys, this was my dream since I graduated high school to go to nursing school. And so I felt stupid. honestly. I felt like I wasn't smart enough because everyone in my family had gone to nursing school and they were like, no, like it has nothing to do with being smart. You just have to like study and put your effort into it. And I got my A's and B's and I thought I was doing well and I did good on my entrance exam, but then I got denied twice. And so I don't know, I felt pretty low in the dumps. And then I think someone's unmuted. I promoted to diamond at the end of April after I got rejected again. And so that kind of like lifted my spirits. And I was like, okay, you guys, like $2,000 a month was pretty dang awesome. Now it covered our rent and every other bill we had. And in college, we didn't have that many bills. So it was pretty awesome. We had a lot of extra fun money. And I decided to dream a little bit bigger. And one of my goal places on my bucket list was to go to Costa Rica. And so in February, I decided that we're going to book a trip, all-inclusive trip to Costa Rica. And I was just going to pay for it with my Fast Start bonuses. So I lined up, because I didn't have any debt. We're college students and we hadn't bought anything big yet. So I lined up all what we needed and I paid for it, you guys. And I was able to brag about it before I even bought it, saying, this is what I'm going to do. And It Works is going to help me pay for it. So that was something that built my business as I went on, was posting, okay, you guys, this is on my bucket list. I'm going to go to Costa Rica with my husband. It's going to cover everything. And then as I posted about it and got closer, I was able to say that It Works. I paid for cash for this vacation. And then in May, we found out we were pregnant. I know my story's all over the place, but we weren't planning it. My cute little Scarlett was a surprise. But I can now say that not getting into the nursing program and having my surprise little baby was all part of God's plan for me that I didn't realize at the time, you guys. I know It Works was brought into my life at the perfect time. I wouldn't have joined if I was in classes. It was perfect that it was summertime. It was perfect that Jamie's last name was Park. Like, I have no doubt that it was brought to me at the perfect time. And I know that God's timing is everything. And I'm happy that I followed that prompting that I felt and joined, and that I stuck with it even through school when I thought it got in the way of studying or whatever. I made it work and I made it happen. And then in August, right when we were in Costa Rica, I promoted to double diamond, you guys. I'm pretty sure it was the Costa Rica trip that brought me there, but I think the double diamond was probably the most life-changing rank for my little family, because that $4,500 a month is what I would be making as a nurse. And so I was like, screw college, I don't want to do this anymore. This is what I'm making anyway. But side note, I'm still finishing my degree because I have like a year left, but that's just for my own pride issues. And you guys, that was really cool. I earned a $10,000 bonus, and that income has been amazing. We have like a ton in savings. I bought a car in cash, and now we're saving for a down payment on our home. And we have Scarlett, my little baby girl. She's 3 months old. She came a month early. Look, I'm getting really nervous. I have hives, so it's okay to be nervous. Everyone gets it. But I don't know, sidetracked. I'm super, super excited. I've worked my booty off, and I have really amazing girls on my team. And last night I promoted triple diamond. Okay, that's my story.
It's so funny. Okay. I love your story because like you had a plan to still go to college. Like you didn't start saying, you know what, It Works is going to be my life, blah, blah, blah. And I love that because I think some people think, well, I have this other plan, so like I don't need It Works. And I'm like, but you do.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, and it changed obviously for you, but I think like the biggest thing is that we have to see that it is timing, but we still have to be here later, because you could have decided to quit. And then if you didn't get into nursing school and you never started It Works, what would you be doing? You know? I know. Me neither, right? And so like, I think this business is all about choices, but it's not just joining as a choice. It's every day waking up and working as a choice. Because I know a big thing about you is that Jamie always said like, she just started and she would ask me questions and she would learn and then she would go do it. And then she would ask me questions and then she would go do it. And she just took action. And that is the biggest thing, because like every day, you guys, you have to decide that you are going to make this business work. And that might be for $1,000 a month, but you're going to make a little bit. And you're going to be like, wow, I worked really hard for that, you guys. And that is an accomplishment. And then you're going to make a little bit more. And then you're going to be like, wow, I worked really hard for that. And then you're going to be making, gosh, triple diamond paycheck is like over $8,500. And with a $2,500 a month bonus for 10 months, that is phenomenal. Like that is twice, if not 3 times what you would have made as a nurse. And you're at home with your baby and with your husband, and he doesn't even have to work. So it's just crazy, you guys. Like, and I really want you to see though that I love what you said too, is you said like, I worked really hard for that and it felt really good. It is something that you have to work really hard for, but man, it's freaking worth it. And even if it works is your plan B, like honestly, I always say make it your plan A, but it won't be your plan A until you need it to be. And then you'll wish that you had made it your plan A sooner. So it's okay if it works as not your number one and everything. But the thing is that you have to work it as if it is a priority so that you have that extra. Okay, so Eden, you are awesome at signing customers, signing distributors, signing everything. So 2 things. When you first started versus now, how did you really start to sign distributors? Because we have so many newbies, but I know we also have people who are Ruby and Emerald that are like, I want to become a strong enroller. And I have in front of me the top enroller list, and you're on it. So, yeah, I have the top 10. And you are on it. And so this is going to be like something too. You guys listen to what she says and write it down. Take notes. But can you share? I'm sorry. I get so distracted by the chat. I have to just ignore it. Can you share your biggest, best distributor tips for just obviously being a top enroller?
From when I started out?
And now, either one. I think it's the same. I think if you act like you're a strong enroller, you will become one.
I think that's exactly it. I know some people don't like it when I say fake it till you make it, but that's like it. Let me try to break it down of what I mean by that. I don't mean fake that you're making $3,000 a month before you make it, but I mean fake that confidence until you have it. I like what Christy said, I just was a copycat until I became what I wanted. And I wanted to be that diamond that Jamie posted about. I didn't even know what it took. I remember until I went to Emerald, I had no idea what a chart was and where to move customers. So I was always boxing, walkie-talkieing Jamie. I was like, okay, I got a customer. Where do I place it? Where do I place it? Like over and over until I learned myself. But you can be ignorance on fire. And if you don't know what that means, it's just the same as fake it till you make it. Like, let me see. Let me try to get my thoughts straight so you're not confused. But for example, there's lots of examples in the post ideas page. I'd use the crap out of them. I would follow top leaders and leaders in our company, and I'd copy what they're doing and I'd make it my own. So when I first started, I would take selfies when I was at Home Depot, and I would take selfies when I was out hiking in the desert searching for lizards, because that's what I did. Don't ask me about it. And I would take selfies and like, oh my gosh, I can't wait until I can be home with my husband. Or I'd take a picture all dressed up, or to post a picture of my husband going to church by himself and saying, I can't wait till I can go to church with my husband. Like, I put my goals out there because even before I knew it, I was manifesting them. I didn't even know what that was, but I put my goals of what I wanted out into the world. And that's something that still helps me sign distributors, is sharing my life. I know a lot of people start out and they're scared of that. They're like, I don't know where to post. I don't know what to post. I haven't made anything. I don't have my kit, so I can't post. That's not true. You're telling yourself a lie. You can post anything and everything. It doesn't have to be glamorous and beautiful. Post a selfie or a picture of exactly what you're doing right now and post it and talk about it. Like, you get better as you go. If I scroll back a year and a half ago, my posts look kind of stupid, and I don't know, I probably sound like I don't want to say retard, that's offensive, but I sounded dumb. Sorry guys. But that's literally it. I share my life with people. I share my goals, and then eventually it happens. And people are like, oh, I believe this girl. She's actually doing what she's saying she's going to do. People like watching people that are going to follow through. I've had lots of people sign up with me lately saying, as customers and distributors, saying, well, I've been talking to this person about this, but I'd rather sign up with you because I can relate to you. I'm like, what? I didn't even know this person was following me, because I have like a big following network now. But in the beginning, you know, I just posted my life. So people can relate to me because I've branded myself. That just means I've branded yourself. Like, who are you? If you don't know, ask yourself, who are you? What are your likes and your dislikes? and post about that. If you like all the girly stuff, getting your nails done, doing your makeup, go live doing your makeup, you know? If you like sports, take a selfie, a sweaty selfie. I don't know. You guys can learn how to do that on your own, Christy. But
please do not take any sweaty selfies.
I can take them right now. I'm already sweaty.
Eden, this is why I love you, because you are me, just slightly more awkward with what comes out of your mouth.
Thank you. A little bit inappropriate. I'm sorry, guys.
Just slightly.
Rude.
Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, but it sounds cliche, but just be yourself and be open with people about your life, because whether or not you think people are going to relate, there's going to be someone just like you with the same difficulties, the same likes and dislikes, same goals. There's so many people. I'm in a small, really cold college town, and there's so many people that are newlyweds. There's so many people that are new moms. There's people that are broke college students, everyone and their mom. I mean, everyone's a broke college student, you know? So whether or not you think people are going to relate, they are. So share your life, be vulnerable. People love vulnerability. You guys, I literally cried taking my postpartum picture to tell people like, okay, I'm going to be a hot mom. I swear someday I'm going to be a hot mom. So I posted my picture and I told them what I'm going to do. And I've lost 30 pounds now. And so people believe me. Like, okay, her products are working. You guys don't know how many skinny shake combos I sold last month because I posted my results and posted every single day drinking my shake. That's how I sign customers and distributors. That's really it. There's nothing complicated about it.
Absolutely. So there's a couple questions in the thing.
Okay.
You guys, I'm going to address one of them because, I like to yell at you a little bit, but just going based upon what Eden said really quick, you guys, if you are not willing to, let me see how to put this. If you're not willing to allow people to come into your life, you will not be successful in this business. You might make it to diamond. You'll never make it to double or triple. Because here's the deal. People always ask me this. They say, should I make a different page? Should I do this? Should I do that? Whatever. What if I don't want my kids being seen? All this kind of stuff. I'm like, number one, if you walk on the street, your kids are going to be seen. I'm sorry. I can't breathe. So anyways.
Pregnancy.
I'm not there yet. I just freaking allergies. I never have allergies except for when I'm pregnant. And then I'm like, anyways, you're distracting me. Okay. So you guys, the thing is that people don't sign up with me because they're like, oh my gosh, she posted so many awesome things about joining her team and her product. They don't. They're like, oh my gosh, look at Christy's cute little family. Like, she's human. Oh my gosh, she's human. And they know Ezra. And I love that. I want people, I love when people are like, oh my gosh, don't cut his hair, because I've been talking about that for a year. And it's like a duel between Aaron and I, and that's why people sign up with me. You're like, how does that make people sign up with you? But it's because they relate with me. They might not have a kid named Ezra, but they might have a kid. They might not even have kids, but they're like, wow, she's human. She is able to be successful in this business where everything seems so big and amazing and perfect that how could it be possible that anyone else could be successful in it, right? That's what people look at. They're like, that couldn't be me. That couldn't be me. But the more open you become, the easier it gets to sign distributors. That's what it is. So, sorry guys. I'm just kidding. Okay. So somebody, and you guys, if you ask questions in here, I'm not going to call you out, but I'm going to say them out loud. So somebody said, this is my third time joining It Works. How do you not give up after hearing so many no's? You just decide. You made the decision after, let's just say 100 no's that, you know what, it wasn't going to happen. And then you start again. You said, you know what, 50 no's, not going to happen. I make the decision to post, message, add, follow up, and interact until someone signs. My goal is to do all these things until someone signs, not until I get a certain amount of no's that tell me, you know what, I'm done for the day. No, absolutely not. I go through no's until I get a yes. Your goal needs to be going through all of the work, no, thank you, I'm not ready right now, all that kind of stuff until you get a yes. You are not going to message 100 people and get 100 that say a yes. If that's the way you think, it's just your mindset. This is a business. You're looking for 1%. You're looking for 1 out of 100. You're looking for 1 Eden, 1 Jamie. You're looking for 1 Eliana, 1 Savannah. You're looking for just one of them. You have to go through a lot of people to find someone that's going to be willing to work this business like you are. But I will say this. You will attract what you are. If you're a quitter, you're going to attract quitters. I'm just saying that to be honest, because you are willing to throw in the towel. You're willing to throw in the towel at a certain amount of things. So that's what you're going to attract. For me, like I have established after 6 years, I am not going anywhere. So I have started to attract, well, and I did in the beginning, these people that they want to run. And guess what? I still sign up people that are like, you know what? Nah, okay. And I'm like, well, clearly it works. Like you've seen it. Clearly you've seen myself, my team, my everything, but they're just not willing to put in the work. That's what it is. But like handling judgmental people, like you guys, what does that even mean? Make a list. What's more important? Eden saying, Christy, you are fugly, oh my gosh, or me signing a distributor where I'm going to make $100 faster and I'm going to help change her life. Eden saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe you posted about a shake and a greens. Oh, that's so dumb. Or me signing up a loyal customer that I make money off of. She gets results. My family wins. Their family wins. We all win over here. Eden's opinion is nothing to me. Sorry to use. She's like, oh my God. But like, you guys, it's just perspective. I love listening to, what's the guy that yells and screams at you and swears a lot?
Tony Robbins.
No, Tony Robbins doesn't. Well, he does swear. Gary Vee.
Is it Gary Vee?
So, yeah. So if you guys have a hard time with people saying no or whatever, you need to go listen to him because he's like, why the F do people, and he'll swear. So don't listen around your kids, but he will literally be like, why the F do you care? Like, you care more about what Judy 369 in your comments is saying about you than your own life. Like the internet has taken over your brain. Like it does not matter what Judy 369 says to you. For real, you guys. And then, okay, so this is a good one. So somebody asked for balance. Because let's just talk about when you work 2 jobs, okay, and you're in school, and then now as a mom and in school, how do you juggle? Let's do the first part, before you were a mom and then now after being a mom.
You literally just handle it, girl. You just have to make it happen. You decide what you do every hour of the day. Like we all have the same 24 hours. Some are busier than others. We all have different backgrounds and lifestyles. But literally like Brooklyn that just went double diamond, she's working a ton. And she says she works mostly in the bathroom. Like everyone makes their priority. So me, when I was studying a lot, that was the majority of my day. I would just study all day when I was in college. So I would take study breaks. I'd study for like 2.5 hours solid and like, okay, I need to like get my mind off the human body or whatever I was studying. And so I'd go and I'd message and follow like crazy. And I know you're checking your phone, whether or not you say you can't work and don't have time, but you're checking your phone and you're swiping it open. So every time you get on Instagram just to have a break, you better be, if you're liking someone's post, go and follow 10 people that you're liking. Like that's all it is. You don't have to sit for 10 minutes. It can take 1 minute. But I don't really like that because I feel like people make excuses. If you want it, you're going to go and get it and you're going to figure out how. Your schedule is not going to be the same as mine. And when I'm a mom, some nights are worse than others. Some days are worse than others. Scarlett will sit through the night some nights, and sometimes she'll wake up 3 times. But that doesn't matter. I'm still going to have my phone because I breastfeed or feed her with a bottle for 30 minutes. I'll be following and messaging then. So
I love that. Well, and that's really what it is, because I like to use this as an example, and I don't know if I just made up in my head, but so I don't know whoever said that, if you're a mom or not. So I'm just going to use my life as an example. Okay. Like my life now with 3 kids, pregnant, and a husband, because I have to take care of him too. I'm just kidding. He's actually really awesome. But anyways, so here's the deal. When he's here, because we are a stay-at-home family, he is here at home with me, whatever. You know, when he's here, I'm like, okay, he does this, I do this, whatever. And I'm like, there's times where I lose my crap and I'm like, I'm going upstairs, like, bye. There's times where he loses his crap with the kids and he's like, I'm going upstairs, bye. Right. And then I just handle it, or he handles it. And so I'm like, I don't even know what I would do without him. Have you guys ever felt like that? Like, you don't even know what you would do without your spouse or your kid or whatever it is. Now, here's the deal. He has gone out of town before for multiple days. And I'm like, this is not going to be fun. But guess what? The things that I couldn't even dream of doing all by myself, all at once, me with 3 kids, doing my business, talking to my team, running the kids around, school, pickup, whatever it is, all that kind of stuff, all of those things that I couldn't imagine doing by myself, when he's gone, I do it. And I do it like a boss. I actually do it better with less complaints, which I feel bad about. Less complaints. I do it smoother and easier and faster because you have to prepare. You're like, I can't just be like, oh, hey babe, you get Emma ready for school, you know, like I'm sleeping, I'm pregnant. Yeah, he cripples me. Babe, I'm pregnant. Yeah, it was Emma, you know, all that kind of stuff. But like when he's not there, I'm like, boss it up. All of a sudden, you can get up like this. You don't even need an alarm. You boss it up because you are prepared to take on that load. Like you just have to do it. And so if you feel like you don't have enough time, it's just that you are not making a priority. Like Eden said, it's not important to you. And that's sometimes something hard for people to hear, because people will be like, but it is a priority. I can't even feed my kids. But I'm like, no, if it was a priority, you would make the time. You would go to the bathroom and you would message 20 people, and you would, when you're out the grocery store, you would blitz people no matter how hard your life is. It's funny because I feel like sometimes the people with the easier life and they don't necessarily need the money, they'll work harder at this business because they're like, hey, you know what? My life's already busy. I can make it happen. I'm doing it. So you just have to like make it a priority. So somebody said, how many hours a day do you work? For me, I have no idea. I'm like 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, 5 minutes there. But I'm also an ambassador. So I got y'all texting me all day. But like it's based upon your goals. If you want to make $500 a month, you're going to work differently than somebody who's going for Ambassador Diamond, making $35,000 a month. But that's why I have been doing the polls in the team page. Here's the deal. If you want to up your game, you're still doing those 5 things. You're just going to do them more. I post, I message, I add, I follow up, and I interact. And then obviously my personal development. But those 5 income producing activities, you guys, if you want to go higher in the company, if I say message 25 people, go message 50. If I say post, you know, an Instagram story about this, post 2 Instagram stories. Like, you know, it's just based upon what you want to do. Okay, so Eden, do you have any last tips before I move on? Because I'm just like,
I had one. I don't remember now. I lost it. It was something.
You go ahead and talk whenever you want to.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on one second. Let me see who's next on my list. Kathy. Well, you guys, give Eden some love. She's awesome. She's amazing. She's triple diamond. That is just two little jumps from the highest rank. Just 2 little days. Just 2 little.
I'm going for it.
Yeah, like for me, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and this business is like my bestie. But like I always work and I never work. Like I feel like I'm never working, but I'm always working. Like, because I'll be pushing my kids on the swing, and if somebody's like, "Hey, girl, I'm interested in your product," I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, girl, I got this." Blah, 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 push this thing, blah, 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 you know. So it's like you balance it. Okay, sorry. Where'd you go, Kathy? Where are you at? Oh, hi, there you are, beautiful. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Okay.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so hi, my name is Kathy Roldan. He's my son, Matias. He's a little bit sick today, but should I like?
Oh yes. Well, you were kind of going, so I was just gonna let you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Share your story.
Okay, so my name is Kathy. I joined April 27th, 2018, last year. So it's 11 months in this company. And well, oh my God, my story like really makes me cry. But so I work my business in English and Spanish. I'm more fluent in Spanish, but I do work both markets. And when I started, I remember that I had my baby 1 year ago, and I had Matias was 2 months old when I found Eliana on Instagram. And what happened is that my maternity leave was ending, and I remember that I was talking to my husband. I didn't know if I should go back to work or should I do, because I don't have any family here in the United States. I live here in California. And so I was so scared. I was afraid because I didn't want to like just leave Matias in a daycare, or with like I can afford a nanny. I was like, I was just making numbers, and I told my husband, I'm not gonna go and work all day from 8 to 5, and then like more than my half of my check is gonna go to a nanny or a daycare. You know, I won't do that. And so I told him, I was praying so much to find a job from home. And I was doing some research, you know. I was just like Googling it, working from home and all that kind of stuff. And it was just like it was like a job, like taking phone calls on or sending emails, and I needed to have like a specific quiet place to work. And I was like, with a newborn, I'm not gonna be able to do it. And I was praying so much to find something. And one day I found Matia. I found Eliana on Instagram, and I saw a post that she was looking for girls to grow out their hair. And I was like, oh my God, I want it. And then I just went to her page, and I saw her post that she was looking for girls that wanted to work from home. And I was like, oh my God, wait a minute, what's that? And so I comment the picture. She messaged me, and then I was like, no way. Like, I saw her Instagram, and she was traveling, working from home with her husband, and her Instagram, it's like amazing, you guys. She's like traveling the world, and I was like, oh my God, I want that. But at the same time, I was so afraid, because I was like, oh my gosh, this is a scam, you know. I talked to her, she called me, and I was talking to her, and I was like, no way, this is a scam. I won't do it. But then I was just thinking about it. I didn't have the $99 at the time. I talked to my husband, and I said, you know what? Do you have $99 that you can like just borrow me? I'm gonna give it to you back. And he was like, what are you gonna do? And I told him, and he was like, no, Kathy, you know what? I have friends that they have tried that, not eWorks, but other companies. And he was like, no, you know what, you're just gonna waste your money. And I was like, no, I'm gonna make it happen, you know. And so I remember that just a few days later, like a Monday or something like that, I called her, and I was like, okay, I'm ready. And she sent me the info. I enrolled, and I was so excited. Like, from the beginning, I was just so open to learn. And so I went to my eSuite. I started learning. I print out all the products. Like, I have my book here with me, and I print out all the products, and I started learning from them. I was like, I just want to learn everything. I saw the videos, and because this was my only option, it wasn't a plan B or a plan A. It was my only option, and I wanted to make it work. So that's how my first month, by June, I was Ruby. And so I was so excited because I did it in 1 month, you know, and I was just like pushing so hard. And then I remember I went to Green Carpet last year, and it was like an effort from me and my husband, because like, okay, I'm gonna go because I know this is gonna make me go for more. And I went to Green Carpet, and I was so excited about it because I took my baby with me. He was just like a few months. He was like 5 months or something like that. I don't remember. But oh my God, I was like able to travel with him to green carpet, and I blew up like my Instagram. Like I was putting everything on my Instagram. I was getting messages about girls saying, oh my God, that's amazing that you can work from your home and from your phone, and you can take your baby. And I put some other stories about other girls that they were there with their babies. So that was amazing. And I remember when I came from green carpet, I went emerald, and I earned another bonus, because I earned 1,000 bonus as a ruby, and then as an emerald, I earned 1,000 from my husband. He was my ruby, and I earned $5,000. So I was just so excited about it. I wanted diamond, and I was so, oh my God, I was like, every month I told Eliana, oh my God, this month I'm gonna be diamond. I'm gonna be diamond. And Christy knows, like, I've been working so hard for a diamond since like last year. Every single month, the first day, I always print my charts. That's the first thing I do. And I do my, how do I say this in English? Like an estimate, the volume, an estimate volume.
Yeah, you get projected volume. Yeah.
Yeah, projected volume of what I got. And so I divide the numbers, so I know how much do I need every day, and where do I need it. So that's what I do every first or second of the month. And so every month I was like, okay, this is the month, and I was so sad every end of month because I couldn't get it. But then the next day I was just wake up and do the same thing, get my chart and try again. And oh my God, what else? So this year I went to conference. So I went to conference, and believe me, like, I love this business. I've been growing my social media and everything. When I joined, I told Eliana, I didn't grow up here in the United States. I didn't have any like friends from college, from school. I don't have family here, so I didn't have the people around me to start growing my business. So she told me how to start growing my social media. So I did that with my Facebook and my Instagram. And like, there's no you put the barriers in front of you, and like, it's up to you if you can just break them and go out there for your goals, you know. And so that's how I started like getting more people. Like my Instagram now, I get messages, I share my life with my baby, with my husband, what I do, like everything, I put it out there. And what else? So this year I went to conference, and I was there with other girls, and I was so like, it was so amazing meeting people and other leaders, great leaders, amazing leaders. I was so excited about it. And when I came, I was with my notebook. I have it here. Matias was playing with it, but literally, I was at conference with my little notebook, and I was writing down everything. I had my notebook everywhere. I was just taking notes, and I was making sure I was learning, because that conference, I knew that it was gonna change my life. And when I came back, I was trying last month so hard again to be diamond. I didn't get it on February, but then on March I was so close. And I talked to Eliana, and she knows my husband and I, we were going through a very difficult time, because of course, like, this is my only plan. And we were talking, and I was like, okay, I think I need to go back to work, because maybe eWorks is gonna be a side income that I can have. And I talked to Eliana, and she was like, no way, you are so close, you're gonna get it. And so I did. I kept working hard, and this month I did it. So yesterday, the first thing I do is that I went live, and my live video just blew up. Like, oh my God, everyone is messaging me because I put it out there. I've been putting it in my social media, I'm gonna be diamond, diamond. Everyone in my Facebook and my Instagram knew that I wanted to be diamond, and they knew I was gonna get it. So I've been having so many messages. Like, it's amazing how people remember congratulating me. I was just crying, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for more, because like, I found something that I'm good at, and I love it, and I get to like help people. I've been using the products since I joined, so I love them, because I've been like losing weight, and my before and after pictures is what it's helping me to get my clients and my distributors, you know. And I just like talk to the girls like I would like to be like, how do I say that? Like Eliana, she's so kind. She's like an amazing leader. And I remember how she explained me everything. And so I can trust her. And I do the same thing. That's what I do with the girls. And yeah, so that's my story.
Okay, you are the cutest ever. So, oh my gosh, I can't freaking talk, but you are seriously the cutest ever, and congratulations. And you guys, I want you to see, like, really pay attention to what she said. Like, she has been in this business for a year, and she could have quit. She very well could have quit, you know, because there's going to be people, you guys, that they come in and they might go faster than you or they might go slower than you, but this is your journey. And it took you a year to go diamond. And I think that is freaking awesome. That's pretty much what it took for me. And I've seen people go faster and I've seen people go slower, but it does not matter at all because of one reason. The time is going to pass anyways, you guys. The time is going to pass anyways. And so in a year, in 2 years, in 3 years, you can look back and you can say, I am so freaking glad that I did. Or you're going to say, man, I wish I would have, because it's 3 years later, who knows where I would have been. But it's so important to take the action each day, because that consistency is what your followers and your future team are looking for. You know, you said, I'm going to be a freaking diamond. And you said it over and over and over and over. And now that you hit it, you're blowing up even more. You know, your business is like completely taking off on top of what it already was. So I love that. So what is your number one tip for signing distributors? And before you answer, you guys, I want you to know that if you didn't see my video on the team page, it's so important that you focus on signing distributors, okay? Enrollments should honestly be 80% of your time. That's what it is. 20% of your time should be focused on your team, okay? 80% of your time should be focused on your enrollments. And I can make a pie chart and say, well, this much for personal development, whatever. But 80% of your time should be focused on enrollments, because here's what I see happen. Sometimes when you do get team, then you're like, you know what? I'm going to lead them and guide them, and I'm going to help them be rock stars. But you know what? When you have a Kathy or a Jessica or a Stacy or whatever, the best way to inspire them to work hard is by you working hard and showing them how you're signing people. I can't say, go Jessica, go Jessica, go. And she's like, but girl, you ain't going nowhere. You know, like she's like, but you're not signing anything. So why would I listen to you? You know? And I will say, this might be kind of harsh, but once a rock star is not always a rock star. Just because you had one good month in this business, if we're 6 months out of that, you need to get your crap together and you need to work hard now to get your enrollments. Do not focus. When people started saying like, oh my gosh, Christy, you're an amazing leader, I'm like, what does that even mean? I didn't even know what I was doing. All I was doing was enrolling and showing people what I did. I was enrolling and showing people what I did. And through that, I found my leaders, and through that, I still find them. It's like picking the best flower. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get, but they're there. Like, you have your Kathy. She's in your garden. You just need to pick her out. But I'm serious, you guys. Like, I want you guys to hear these tips on signing distributors and really take it seriously, because you can grow your business tenfold. My gosh, I cannot freaking talk. You can grow your business 10 times over with new distributors rather than if you just sign 10 customers. Okay. Customers are so important. They're the bread and the butter. But if you just sign customers and you don't bring in new team members, you are holding your paycheck back. You're holding your paycheck back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in the Make It Happen page, I just kind of did like a little chart thingy where I say like, okay, 10 customers at, 100 BV, that's 1,000 BV. You make 15% off that. That's $150. Okay. But if you sign 10 customers, make $150, and then you sign 5 distributors, you can make $500 just from those fast start bonuses. And I had somebody ask in the comments too, you can earn fast start bonuses as soon as you, there you go, as soon as you get your first 2 customers. If you, let's just say you signed up, baby, no. And let's just say you signed up and you never did anything and you're like, Chrissy, I'm back, I'm ready to rock. Go get 2 customers and now you're qualified for these bonuses. Every single time you enroll a distributor and they have 2 customers, you make $100. But not only that, you're growing your team. You're going to get paid on their customers. You're growing your business. You're duplicating yourself. So that's why it's super, super, super important. So take what Kathy is about to say. I didn't really prepare her for this, but anybody that's on these knows how to sign distributors, so that's okay. So give me your top 3 best, or whatever, ever many you want. Give me your top best distributor signing tips. Like, what do you think people really are missing? Like maybe a Ruby or a newbie, like what are they missing that you see?
Okay, so I believe that's my why. Like, I've been sharing my why since day 1, and it's my baby. Since he was born, I wanted to be with him. So my stories, my posts, what I put on Instagram and Facebook, it's about having the time with my son. You know, not going back to work every day or just waking up, or like, for example, today, like he's been going through medical procedures, and today we went to the doctor appointment and to take him some blood tests, you know. And I was just thinking about how many moms are not able to go with their sons and take them to the doctor's appointments, like asking their moms to take their sons, or requesting their jobs to get 1 day free, or maybe just a few hours to take their sons to their doctor's appointments. So I do share a lot of why I love this business, and it's because I have the time with my son, and that's my why. Like, I always put it out there. I love the time. I can take him to the park, or maybe to the doctor's appointment, or being able to not wasting my money in daycares or nannies. And that's what I do. And for example, I post on my Instagram, if I go to the doctor. Last week we did, so I posted and I said, oh my God, I'm so excited because thanks to this business, I am able to be here with my son, you know. And I do it with everything that I do every day. And of course, I share about my story, about my life. That's important. Like, I'm not just like, my Instagram is not about just products, or not just about like just enrolling people, but I put selfies, I put pictures with my husband, I put pictures with my son, and that's what I do. And I actually found something I'm good at, and it's enrolling distributors with volume. And I don't know if it was now that I got the $20 coupons that I enroll a lot of distributors, but I also upgrade them with products to start their business, you know. And why I did that, because for example, I've been losing weight, so I promoted a lot about starting the business while you lose weight. Like, that's my what I do. Like, I love to promote the weight loss packages. I do not use skincare products because I do not have acne, for example, but I do focus on that. And so what I did this month is that almost all my distributors enroll with a package, and so I had volume. And so I did that, and I was making sure I was placing them where I needed that volume, but I was making sure they will understand how to get their loyal customers. And what else? For the distributors, I also make sure that I am so like I open my heart to them. You know, I don't want them to just enroll and that's it, and I'm gonna fast started them and I'm gonna forget about them. They might need the same I wanted, that I needed. And so I'm gonna make sure they understand that even before they sign in. because I'm there. My team, they know they can ask me whatever at any time. If I am with my phone, I'm gonna reply to them. And so I want to make sure those girls understand that I'm there with them, you know. And I always commenting, like, that's another thing. It's not always just about business. With when I see their stories, for example, they are at the gym or they are with their babies, I comment those pictures. I comment those status on Instagram or Facebook, because I wanted to know that I'm like, I am looking at them. I'm not just seeing them just as part of my team, but they know that I care about what they are doing, you know. I cheer them when they're at the gym. I am like, oh my gosh, congratulations girl, you lost another pound or something like that. And it's like, okay, you know what, you're also doing what I'm doing. Why aren't you making money out of this? And I started the conversation about that, and they're like, oh my god, and so what do you do, you know? And well, that's what I found this past month. Eliana is like, how do you enroll distributors with volume? And it's just because I am using the products. I am losing weight, and I make sure they are moms and they wanted the same thing. And I was like, okay, do you want to start making money? You know what, you're gonna get your 2 bags of coffee, but you can also get the chocolate greens and your wraps, and you can start losing weight and tighten, tone, and firm while you start your business, and you can show everyone what you're doing, you know. And so that's what I did. I really loved it, and I hope now, after this call, I need to enroll 3 distributors I couldn't enroll yesterday night. And so I hope now that the kids are gonna be back to 99, I keep doing that, and I'll see how it goes.
I love that. You are so cute. And I think that's so important, you guys. Like, I love what you said too. You're like, I don't have acne, so I'm not really promoting the skincare. So of course our skincare is good regardless if you have acne, but just because you don't have a weight loss journey doesn't mean you can't be using the products or find a few things that work for you, and people will connect with you for that. So really being a product of the product, it is a big part of this business, because it's not just going to attract customers, but it's going to attract distributors, because they're like, okay, well, Kathy's using the products, she's getting results, but also she's talking about going diamond and making money. So if I want to use the products and get results and I want to make money, so you're automatically going to be signing distributors just because you're using the products. Some of my girls that are like this big, they're like making my keto coffee. There's so many amazing healthy benefits to drinking the greens. It doesn't matter if you're really losing weight. It just matters that you're consistently talking about using those products, you know? So, Kathy, you're amazing. I'm so grateful for you. And I'm so glad that you went diamond.
Yeah.
I remember meeting your baby too on the beach at Green Carpet. So that was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you were taking care of him and he started crying.
He doesn't, never mind.
Yeah, and just one last thing. I'm gonna move to Idaho next month, and I just saw Aiden over there. I think she lives there.
What? So, why don't you move to Vegas?
I can move to Vegas, but I'm moving to Idaho next month. So I know that I'm going to be double diamond. I'm going after that double diamond, and if Aiden lives over there, I would love to meet her. I love her story. But yeah, thank you so much for the opportunity, Christy. I'm so excited for this.
Oh, you're the cutest.
Come visit me.
I am not going to move to Idaho, but I think there's more of us here. We are not moving to Idaho. That is not going to happen. I just hate the cold. Not that I hate Idaho. I just hate the cold. But if y'all ever want to move to Las Vegas, we got plenty of houses going up around me and Eliana. All over the freaking place. So, and then you can come to the diamond brunches. Yay! Move your whole life over here so that you can come. Anyways, okay. All right. So let's not move to Idaho. I would die in that cold weather. Oh, I would literally just be depressed.
You die in the heat, girl. Whatever.
I couldn't do it. Well, I lived in Utah for a few school years, and I was like, it's so dark and I have nowhere to go. So anyways, sorry guys, I'd rather be burned by the sun. All right, so Ashley, I just saw your face. Where'd it go?
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, I still don't see your face, but I'm gonna find you. I want to put you on the spotlight so you don't just see me. Oh, there you are. Okay. Okay, so we are at 8:00, but I'm so glad that everybody mostly stayed. It's so amazing. So you are a former distributor on the team with somebody else who's no longer here, which I think, number one, is a huge, amazing part of your story because it just wasn't the time then, and you decided now was the time. And what is that noise?
God totally decided that it was the time. It wasn't me, it was God.
I love that. Okay, so just go. Just keep talking.
Okay, guys. So I'm Ashley Mestis. I originally started in 2015, and I was a distributor for about 2 years. I promoted to the Ruby rank, and I didn't promote any further after that. I had signed my husband up even back then, and he didn't promote, and we were just stagnant at Ruby. During that time, my family, I didn't really know that we needed it, but we needed that extra $300-400 a month that, you know, we were making as a Ruby. And I kept consistently working the business, but the way I was working the business was copycat. I was copying, posting, and I was like, I'm staying consistent because I'm getting my post up, but I did not share my life. I copied other people's posts, and I thought that it was the business and not me. And I thought other companies were better. So I left for a different company. Worst mistake of my life, but at the same time, it's something that I've grown as a person for, and it's helped me get to where I am today. So that's why I say it's all God's timing and self-development. And, you know, everyone has their own journey. And I could say, you know, I started in 2015 and I just went diamond January of this year. So if you look at my whole journey in network marketing, it's been a couple years, but it was time that I needed as a person to get to this point. So I left It Works and I tried some other companies, and my family took a huge loss. We were living in Las Vegas at the time, and we had to move to Colorado for my family. We had a grandbaby because I am a grandma, if you guys don't know. I have a husband who's older than me, so he has kids and they have kids, and I'm a grandma, and they needed our help. So we moved to Colorado, and my husband has always worked 2 jobs, 80-hour work week to support us. And so I was already a stay-at-home mom, but he was working all the time. My kids did not have a dad. He was always at work. And when we lost that income that we had just from being a Ruby at It Works, it hit our family hard. And we were in Colorado, and his second job has always been security. Like, he worked at Stoney's in Las Vegas, Marquee, like he's always done nightlife. And moving to Colorado, there's no nightlife here. So he didn't have a second job, and we lost the It Works income, and we were struggling. And it's at that point we started planning a move back to Las Vegas. My husband got a second job again, and we started planning to go back to Las Vegas. And I joined Savannah November 2017, and I was like, Savannah, I need money to help pay for our move back to Las Vegas. Like, I'm gonna try It Works again. And I prayed about it. I prayed. And I joined It Works, and I went Ruby within 3 months. My 4th month, I promoted my husband's account to Ruby. And at that point, we had an extra income coming in, and I truly figured out our fast start bonuses. And I was able to use the money from my Ruby and his Ruby and the fast start bonuses to cancel our move to Las Vegas. My husband did not need a second job anymore. We were able to buy a home at that point. We started paying off debt. All of our It Works income started going to debt, and we improved our credit scores, and our lives just started getting so good. In August, I truly figured out fast start bonuses, and I started making over $1,000 a month just from fast starts. I was able to go take a trip to Las Vegas to go visit my family. I got to sell my grandma before she passed away, and it was all thanks to It Works. We wouldn't have had that income without it to do so. And that literally was all paid through fast starts, and we kept applying our income to debt. November, I promoted to Emerald. In January, I promoted to Diamond and earned a $10,000 bonus. February, I promoted to Double, and my husband promoted to Diamond, so we earned another $25,000 in bonuses. And this month, my husband is going to be promoting to Double Diamond. So in total, it's going to be what, 35, 40, 50,000 in bonuses. I don't know. That's a whole lot of bonuses. But in the last few months, we have paid off since February, the last 2 months, we paid off $15,000 in debt. We have paid cash for a truck because my husband needed a work truck because we're remodeling our house. All cash, paid for it, works. We put carpet in our basement, paid cash. We paid off my student loans, hospital bills. There's literally been so much. And to top it off, guys, if this is why I say it's God's timing. So I went to conference. I heard every single one of us that was on here say conference was the moment. Okay, so I went to conference and conference was amazing, but that started before conference. When I said, August, September, those were the times I started figuring out those fast start bonuses. And those were the times Savannah got up my butt and was like, girl, you're going to conference. And I was like, no, I have kids. I'm not going. And Savannah convinced me to go to conference. And that's when the fire lit in my business. That's when something changed. That's when it clicked. And I knew that I had confidence. That's truly what it was. It was confidence. And that's when, like Eden said, fake it till you make it. Like, fake that confidence till you have it. Because truly, just that confidence is what is going to change your business for you, because people can see it. And people won't have confidence to join your team or try your products if you don't have confidence, and they can see right through your copied post. So conference changed it for us. And when we went to conference, it was 5 days after we got back that my husband went in for surgery. He has been out of work this whole time, this last 2 months. And literally we lost his income, the income that's been supporting us this whole time since I stopped working when we had kids 5 years ago. His income's gone, and it works income. And that's why I say it's truly timing and God's timing, because had I not rejoined, I don't know where the hell we would be or what we would be doing with my husband out of work without this income. And you truly just don't know what is in store for you. The same with Eden's story, how she was saying, how she didn't get into her nursing, that was her plan. And our plans don't always work out, and you don't know what's in the future. And I would have never guessed in a million years that my husband wouldn't be having his income. But now here we are today, a double diamond and a diamond, and It Works is fully supporting us. And it's unreal. It's so unreal. And that time we should be stressed, we are beyond blessed and paying off debt that we've been stuck with for years. Like, it's incredible.
Too blessed to be stressed. I just had to. Okay, so a huge part of what you said, you guys, guess what? When she started making good money, she didn't say, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to spend it all. She paid off debt. She did it right. And because she did it right, she took care of her stuff. She took care of the stuff that she needed to take care of. And in this time of need, instead of squirming, saying, wow, I just upgraded my house and my car and my bills, and now we're really screwed. Instead, they're saying, oh my gosh, like, we're living amazing and you're not even working. So you guys, like, as much as we say, like, you can have whatever you like, you can't have whatever you like until you pay off your stuff. Just do it. I promise you, it'll be like shoulders lifted, So obviously you're freaking awesome at signing distributors. So fast starts are those $100 bonuses, you guys. So give us your bestest tips ever on signing distributors, how you do it, why you do it. Do you message? Do you not message? Do you follow up? All this kind of stuff. Just tell us all of it. And then tell us, like, why you got so serious about fast starts, because that's a lot of money that some people leave on the table and they do not earn because they're not paying attention.
So I remember watching Eliana's video. I hope I say her name right, but she made a video from like 2015 maybe, where she broke down how fast starts were going to pay off her debt. And I remember watching it thinking she was crazy. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, like talking a foreign language. And it's so true. Fast starts are so life-changing. And that is just truly like our income and our residual income is amazing. But those fast starts, oh my goodness, before you even promote, that can change your life. And it did. It changed our family's lives. Truly, signing distributors comes down to making posts and adding new to your friends. I can tell you from my first time around the business and how I was doing things, copy and pasting posts, it isn't going to get you distributors. It might get you customers here and there, maybe, but eventually they're going to catch on to you. And like I said, it goes back to that confidence and having the confidence to write your own post and share your own life, regardless of what it is. And putting the confidence out there to believe in the business, even if you just signed up and you're like, I know you guys are crazy. I don't care. Fake that confidence and get it out there. A little bit crazy. Yeah, literally, I get those throwbacks on my Facebook, right, from like last year. So I've been in the business about 15 months. So last year I had just started basically, and my post from last year, I was talking about how I was going to be making $6,000 a month, and watch me do it and put my goals out there. Even Christy did a challenge where she was like, you know, put your goals out there. What's your like 1 year goal mark? You know, hold up a paper, take a picture. And I put it out there in September. I was going to have $22,000 saved. And guys, I'm like $6,000 away from that goal. So when we get paid, that goal is going to be reached that I had set for September of this year. So I put those goals out there, even though I was in my head, I was like, this is crazy. It's not going to happen. I made my dream board in December and I put that out there too. And it's crazy because on my dream board, I was all, hell no, this isn't going to happen. This is crazy. And I put it on there, and literally, I think there's one thing left on my dream board, and that's to go to Disney World. And we're paying for our whole Disney World trip with this check that we're getting this month. So literally everything's checked on my dream board that I made in December. And I thought it was crazy. But the biggest thing for signing distributors is dreaming and putting it out there and being yourself regardless of what it is. And don't be embarrassed. If you have $100,000 in debt, I don't care. There's somebody out there that has more debt than you, or that they can relate to it. Maybe they don't even have debt, but maybe they watch their mom go through that debt and they can relate and they see how you're accomplishing it. And even if you set a goal out there and you don't reach it, like when I first started, I was posting, hey guys, I'm going to be making $6,000 a month from social media. Watch me do it. Guess what? I said it in 2018. Did it happen in 2018? Nope, but it sure happened. February 2019. I was a couple months short of my goal, but ain't nobody remember that. All they remember is that they probably saw me post that, and sure as shit, it happened. So yeah, you just have to put your goals out there, and that's my biggest tip for signing distributors and adding new people to your network. Because that whenever I hit like a dry spell, anything like that, I'm going, you best believe I have people in my network every day, and I'm even at my friends limit, and it is so frustrating to have to go delete 1 million people before you can add 1 million people. But that's what I do. I hit a dry spell and I'm like adding at least 200 people to social or to Facebook even. Like, I know you guys talk about adding like 30, 50 people a day. I'm like, I'm adding like 200 a day to Facebook to get through that dry spell. And that's where I get all my volume from. And host to post has literally been 99% of my customers. And guess what? The people that I've been signing as distributors have also come from host to post because I add them to my network and they follow me for like a month and then they join. And I'm like, oh, hey, like you came from like host to post a couple months ago. Hey, welcome.
You're so cute. Okay, so I absolutely love your story. That's just amazing. And you know what? It's so true. Like with no, people can't see me. With the let me take this off gallery view. Sorry. So you guys, like with signing distributors, sometimes you guys are thinking way too hard about it. It's literally like, this is social media. People want to see good pictures. They just want to see pictures. Like put out pictures that are clear, that are crisp, that are clean. It might, like I've said before, it might be your dirty house, but make sure your camera's not blurry when you're posting it. You know, you still got to be real and open. Like, I don't say, oh my gosh, we're the most perfectest people in the world, but you know, I'll take a picture of my kids and I'll post it and I'll talk about the business with it. But if you're not adding to your network, you are shooting yourself in the foot. This is why I am telling you guys, please, for the love of all things lovely, start an Instagram. If you haven't, just start it. Just slowly start it. If you're only using Facebook for the business, freaking start an Instagram. You just need to learn. You just need to learn. And I'm not saying that you have to be a master at both, but I am saying when you just have one, you can get to double, triple presidential ambassador. But the thing is like eventually you're gonna max out. Everyone on your page is gonna be a customer or distributor, and you're gonna have to unfriend them, just like what Ashley was saying. But Instagram is a really open market, and so keep doing what works, but just do a little Instagram on the side, please. Please just do it. I promise you, you won't regret it. I did not want to do Instagram. Eliana's like, I get everything from there. And I'm like, well, I do everything on Facebook. Like I had started it like on the side, but I was like, it just works for me on Facebook. It's more relationships, whatever. And then I was like, these people are signing like 100 distributors a month, you know, and I'm signing like 20, and that's really good. But I'm like, there's some months where I would sign like 10, and I'm like, okay, I need more eyes. I need new eyes, more eyes. And Instagram is like eyes. It's just constant new eyes. And so please just do both. Just do both. So you guys, what Ashley was explaining, fast start bonuses, this is money. This is money. Money in the bank. I'll see if I can maybe find Eliana's video if it's still on the team page. So every time you enroll a distributor and they have 2 customers in their first 30 days, you get a $100 bonus, okay? So if you go and sign 5 distributors, that's $500 a month. That's not even your paycheck yet. What Eliana, the video that Ashley's talking about that Eliana made, she literally made a list of like all her debts. So she said like, I don't know, I'm just making it up, 300 to Kohl's, I don't know, 500 to Amex, whatever it is. And she said, okay, if it's 300 to Kohl's, then guess what? I need 3 distributors and I need to fast start them. And all of those people, they become part of your team. They're growing, they're learning. You guys are working together. So that's becoming a residual income. And I love to, like, Ashley did not complicate it. It's so simple. It's so simple, you guys. Like, just put out things that people are going to want to see and hear, and that's how you're going to sign distributors. I still message people and offer them the business, but I don't go like, I don't message 100 people because people come to me because my content is good. So get your content right and you'll have it good both ways. Okay, so something someone said in the chat really quick. Ashley, do you have any other tips that you want to share?
I think my only other tip is, for me personally, everything I post has to do with my business, but it's still personal. So I see a lot of people that start and they're like, okay, well, I'll just post a selfie, and they're like, happy day. And that's great, especially after you've been doing the business a long time and you have a following. But for me personally, every single thing I post is something about the business drizzled in there. Like, it's a selfie, but it's like, oh my God, my life's so great. I love my business. Thank you for doing this. So when you're scrolling, it looks like you're just seeing me or a picture of my kids. But when you actually read, you're getting like drizzle of my business every day. And I think that's so, yeah, just a drizzle of my business. I think that's so important though, because people are on Facebook at all different times or on Instagram at all different times a day. So when they just see maybe your one post of the day and it had nothing to do with your business, then you might as well not post it.
Right. Amen. You know what? I don't know why this just came in my head. It's so bad. It's probably because I'm pregnant. But I'm thinking, like, you know when you're like trying to like not eat chocolate, and if someone gives you a chocolate chip, you're like, okay, that was good, but like I can still hold off. And then someone gives you one more chocolate chip and you're like, I just want one more. And then like you're gonna eat the whole cake eventually.
Yeah, you're pregnant.
You're just giving them one chocolate chip. How many chocolate chips can you give them before they sign up? So what it is. And it's so important to like to know that your post will start to be a little repetitive. How many times do you think people have heard my story? Like a million. But I take little tidbits and then I make it like I kind of zoom in on it. And then I take a tidbit and then I zoom in on it. And it's because someone's going to relate with each of those things. With each of the goals that I have, or each of the things that I've accomplished, or each of the people that I shout out, they're gonna like relate with that. So from all these promotions, you guys go to those people's pages, look at their posts and get their story and share their story, because someone will relate with that. I've had people sign up from other people tagging me in their like dream boards. Like I remember this girl signed up because she said, I saw the girl on your team who tagged you in her dream board, and there's something on her dream board that I want. And I'm like, has nothing I said for the last, it was 4 years done anything? No, it didn't. She didn't relate with anything I said. She related with something that girl wanted. So I love that. So, okay. Somebody said, what if you have a distributor, but they're nervous to start out? What are some tips to help out you guys? So these questions are always very hard to answer because they're very specific. It's like, why is this person scared? But my thing is if you have someone that's too scared to start, you ask them, why are you scared to start? Are you afraid of what people think? Whatever it is. And this is where you doing personal development comes into your leadership, because I can talk someone off a ledge. There's been times where there's probably one time, but there's been one time where I remember Savannah's like, I don't know if I can do this. And I'm like, you ain't going nowhere. I didn't say that, but I talked her through it, logically. You're not going to give up this for this. I logically talked her through it, but it was because of the things that I've read in books and the things that I've listened to on audiobooks. So those types of answers and conversations are going to happen when you do personal development. When people come to me, they're like, hey, Chrissy, can you go and give, I'm just going to use Brittany because I see your face, but congratulations, Brittany, on double. When people are like, hey, Chrissy, can you go message Brittany, give her a swift kick in the butt? She's not doing anything. Why can I give a swift kick in the butt? It's not because I'm saying, Brittany, get to damn work. No, it's because I'm saying, listen, Brittany, this is what you want. Your actions are not following it. Why? Something holding you back. Remember this. It's because I'm pulling things from the personal development that I've done. So if you want to be able to inspire your team, you need to do the personal development, but also you just need to do the work. People are going to say, if I say, hey, listen, girl, you do this, or guy, you do this, and you'll sign distributors, they're going to believe me. You know why? Because I'm signing distributors. If I'm not signing distributors and I'm like, oh yeah, Eliana, just post message, I follow up. She's going to be like, yeah, but you're not doing you're not signing anyone. So why would I listen to you? So that's really what it is, you guys. But if you want to start off strong, how many of you guys are brand new here and you're like, girl, I want to start off hella strong? You get to work. There is no trick. You know what you start doing? I know Eliana has scripts. I know Stacey has scripts. Everybody got scripts just to get you going. Word it a little bit yourself. Go take action. Go get a post up. Go share your story. Go live. Go do a host a post. And if you don't know what host a post is, go to the team page, go to host a post. If you're like, Chrissy, I don't know how to do any of this, go through the team pages and watch some videos. You'll learn very easily. But it's literally just action. That's why I started doing those polls, because I'm like, all you do is post, message, add, follow up, and interact. Take those 5 things, break them down, and figure out what you need to be doing for each, and just go do it. Just go do it. That is how people start and go out the gates. That's how they do, because they don't sit here and say, I am scared. I don't want to do this. I need to learn everything before, blah, blah, blah. They don't do that. They just go and they just start. And then they send the screenshots to their enroller and say, okay, I got someone that's interested. What do I say? That's what we're here for. I'd rather you not know one thing in the world and go take action and let me help you than for you to say, I watched 12 videos, Christy. What do I do now? Go do what the videos say. Okay, sorry. I think we have one more person. So I got everybody except for Crystal. Is that what it was? Sorry, I'm looking for the picture. Yes, Crystal. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I know that it's so late, but love you all. This is why you need to live on this side of the country. Just kidding. JK. Crystal, where are you?
Right here.
Oh, hi. Okay. Hello. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How
I just
are
had
you?
to plug into the wall because my phone was gonna die. I was like, no.
Sorry. Okay,
It's okay.
so
Oh, geez. It shows my head big. I don't like to look at.
I'll cancel it if you want. It's okay. You're so funny. Okay, so share your story with us. Who are you? Why did you start? Uh-oh, I think you muted yourself. Where'd you go?
Is that better?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I can't hold the phone like that. I'll have to hold the phone like this. I have to stand up because I'm plugged into the thing. So I'm Crystal. I'm a mommy of 2, and I just promoted to Diamond.
But what?
And I was not planning on coming on here today, so I look like a hot mess.
No, you don't. I just am dressed because of our thing.
I like legit when the bonuses were extended this morning, I told my husband, I'm going to clean the house today, and then I'm not going to clean for the next 30 days because I'm going to be working.
Love it. Commitment.
Right? Like, it's
That's
happening.
a priority. You can hire a house cleaner.
I know. Well, that's what Jamie said. She's like, you need a nanny. And I was like, I know. So I start, ooh, my head is big. Okay. So this is the first time I've ever had to tell my story. So bear with me. And I'm going to try. I wish I wasn't having to plug in, but okay. So I started pretty much January last year. And when I started, I just started to actually lose weight. I had just had 2 babies and had gained like 50 pounds. And so I was just like, well, if I'm going to buy all this stuff to lose weight, I may as well sign up as a distributor and get a discount. So I signed up in January. The girl who signed me immediately quit. She didn't train me. She didn't add me to any groups. So I had no idea what I was doing. So I was pretty much just buying 150 BV worth of products every month to be commission qualified. And in 3 months, I lost 35 pounds. And I just literally had no idea what I was doing. I was just kind of floating in the wind. And I think it was about like May, Jamie and Janae reached out and they were like, hey, do you want to actually like work the business? And I was like, yes. Like I had been considering driving an Uber at night to make money because we were getting to a point where my husband's income just like was not cutting it. And my daughter was going to start preschool and we were paying for speech therapy for my son and all this other stuff. So I was like, yeah, like I don't want to drive an Uber. So she started giving me little checklists. And so I started working my business, and they had put some distributors under me because I wasn't working, obviously, and I was somebody's 400 spot. But I just went to work. And so May, I went executive. June, I went to Ruby. July, I got my husband to Ruby. And then August, I hit Emerald. And I was like so excited, and I got so pumped up because I immediately charted for Diamond too. So October, I like worked really hard, tried to get to Diamond, and you know, it didn't work out. And then November came, and the girl who was my Emerald quit. One of my distributors that was my family member passed away. Then me and my husband were fighting a lot. I have one of those husbands that did not like that I was on my phone all the time. So November, I kind of let, you know, everything that was going on with my husband, and you know, I was just, all my distributors were quitting. I really let them kind of get me down. And so I didn't do much of anything through November and December. And December came around and I went all the way back down to executive. And then I had my, right at the end of the year, I had my 38th birthday. And I was like, oh my God, I'm 38 years old. I have no career. I have no retirement. Financially, my husband is not his income's just not cutting it. It's not enough to pay for things. We're like slowly going further and further in debt every single month. I was like, and I reached out and I found Samantha on my team, and I was like, girl, you want to do this with me? And she was like, yes. And so January, I straight up told my husband, I'm like, you can't support us. I'm going to be a millionaire. You can either come with me or not. That's what's happening. So January, I really like just kind of went full force. I joined the push group. I actually started doing the self-development, which was huge. I just like ran wild, but I had to build up because I had gone all the way down to executive. So I think I went back up to Ruby in January, and then I went to conference. Conference was awesome. Conference, the huge thing for me was watching how many people actually got on the stage as millionaires. I was like, dang, and it was like every walk of life. And another thing that really lit my fire about conference was I got to know the company, and I feel like I fell in love with the company more going to conference, which was huge because I think it really helped me when I was talking to people, when I was talking to distributors, when I was talking to customers, to really like when you love something, it makes a huge difference. So February, I left conference and just started running. And I think I got my husband back up to Ruby in February. And then March, I just went, boop, Emerald Diamond. And so conference, I did chart for Double Diamond. So that's happening this month. So, I've had like a lot of ups and downs, but this business has done a whole lot because, yeah, my husband's income, we moved to Washington, and it does not cut it. So, and I finally, it took a lot, but I finally got to a point where I wasn't going to let other people bring me down anymore. I was like, I don't care if I have to get diamond by myself. It's going to happen. So, and then I kind of also changed my mainframe from, I want to promote to, I want to help people promote. So I've been really focusing on just like helping other people, and that's been huge too. So that's kind of it.
Okay, I love that. And I'm like over here dying, so don't judge me. I'm not like crying. I love that. That's amazing. And you know what? It's funny too, because you guys, sometimes you're going to have someone in your life that isn't supportive, and it might be your husband, the closest person to you. Yeah. And that can be very hard. And I'm not going to act like everything's always been fine and dandy. There was a point where Aaron was like, hey, babe, like, you're working on your phone, but you're not making no money. And I had to tell him to just trust me and just let me do my thing because I would prove it. Like, that's just what you have to say. There's no perfect thing that you can say sometimes to somebody that's not supportive. Yeah. And sometimes it's just support me. Just support me. That's it. Just support me, and let's figure out our schedule so I can figure out when I can be doing this. That's what it is sometimes. And I just love that. You're like, well, I'm going to make us millionaires, so either you're coming or you're not.
Yeah. I'm like, this is happening. So,
That's amazing. Yeah. And a woman or a guy who has not done personal development would never choose to say that. So I can guarantee it's because of that personal development that you said, you know what, I'm going balls to the wall. That's pretty much to me what that means when you're telling your husband, I'm doing it. And they always thank you later when the 5-digit checks come in. They're like, oh damn. Oh wait, I mean 4-digit even first, but then 5-digit. They're like, okay.
Yeah. When I got the bonus and then like explained to him the other day, like what it would mean to go double, he's like, oh. And I'm like, yeah. Like, oh. And he's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, take care of the damn kids.
Now, you guys, there's a lot of single moms. There's a lot of moms with husbands who are gone all day, whatever, and they still make it happen. But it's funny, though, because when you start to bring in the money, all of a sudden, you know, your spouse or your sister or whatever, it's like, how can I help you? You know?
Exactly.
So don't worry about that. Just put your head down and commit, and it will fall into place, because no one ever complains about their spouse making too much money unless it's
Exactly.
things. But anyways, okay, I love that. All right, so really quick, and I know it's so late, last thing, what do you do for personal development? What did you start doing in January?
Honestly, I just started watching millions and millions. I watched Jade Hooper videos. That was like my first thing, because you know, I come from like single mom, you know, super poor as a kid. So I kind of connected to her story in that way. And then I do those those 5-minute, there's like a 5-minute motivation thing I listen to every morning. That's like, get off of that couch.
I love
Get
those.
shit done.
Yell at me.
Yeah. My kids probably have it memorized by now, because I play it in the car. I was like, I'm just screaming it, you know. And then I read a bunch of books, Beach Money. I was like, yes, I'm going to be Beach Money one day. When I read a good book, it was like Aladdin something that was like, don't be afraid to ask. Because I came into this, I'm like not a salesperson. Like, I'm super shy. I'm always worried about like offending people or bothering people, you know. So that's been one of my like things I've had to overcome, is like to not be afraid to ask. And so I'm like, you know, so that was a really good book to read.
Yeah, there's one called Go for No, which is actually really good, and it kind of just teaches you like, how many no's can I get today? Because eventually you're going to get some yeses, but how many no's can I get today? Okay, that's what it's called, the Aladdin Factor. I just put Aladdin. Don't be afraid. I just making up book names. So it's called the Aladdin Factor. I have actually never read that, so I am going to screenshot that little booty.
Yeah, that was a good one.
You guys, like, you don't know what you need until you need it, until it's too late. Do the personal development, your life will change. And then next month or the month after or in 90 days, you're going to be on here as a diamond or double or triple or presidential ambassador, whatever. And you're going to be interviewed and you're going to be like, you guys just kept saying to do personal development, and I finally started doing it, and my whole life and business changed. That's what's going to happen. Literally. How many people have you guys heard say that on here?
I know. It's true. I didn't want to believe it. I was like, oh, okay. And then
everybody.
I send videos to my team every day. I'm like, watch this. It's so good.
I love that. And you guys, like, people don't know what personal development is until we introduce them to it. So you might think like, my team's good. No, you need to teach them what it is. When somebody says, hey, Christy, okay, so this is one of the questions. Somebody was like, hey, I'm doing all the things, but I'm not signing. You know what the answer is? This brain of yours. You're like, how does that matter? Once you do it, you'll know. There's no other way to explain it. And I challenged some people in my leadership group message. Well, I challenged them all, and I kind of made it a sort-ish requirement. Journaling. It's something I always thought was kind of silly, but over the past like 6 months, there's been testimonies like crazy. So I started doing it. And just to share one last thing, let me actually go grab it really quick. Hold on. So I hate writing. Like, it's just not my jam. I hate writing. Like, my hand hurts, and you know, it's just never been my thing. I think it's because I have that really bad handwriting. That's what it is. I write like a little boy. So probably worse, but that's my handwriting is not cute. So I've always hated that. So I kind of fought it, and I was like, you know what though? I know better than to fight something that's working. I know better. So I started doing it. And it's not like something where I do it every day, because if I do it every day, for me, it's more like a chore. I do it when I feel it. So it's like every other day, things like that, but consistently. So this was dated March 17th. I hadn't journaled at all the month yet. And my goal was to hit Presidential 2.0. And if you guys don't know what that means, after you go ambassador, you can open up a second account. So that's what I've been doing, what I've been working on. And so that was my goal. And I was like, okay, like it's coming together. There's a lot of hard workers. Like we're all doing it together, but I need to bring in X amount, and I also need X amount to be brought in. And if those two things don't happen accordingly, I will not hit it, because I personally could not bring in 40,000 in volume or 30,000 in volume by myself. I can't physically do that. So I was like, okay, if I bring in X amount of distributors that bring in BV, and then I bring in some BV, and then everybody else brings in some BV, we all promote. I help them, they help me, everybody promotes. But fear creeps in. It creeps in, you guys. It doesn't matter. I've already gone presidential on my 1.0. I've done it before. But I started letting fear creep in, and I was like, can I do this? Like, is this going to happen? And I was like, you know what? No. I'm like, I'm going to journal this because I need to get rid of that thought. I need to focus. So I'll just read it to you guys. It's really short, and it just kind of like reaffirmed to me, and I was like, no, like I am capable of this. I can do it. I will do it. And I did make it happen, not by myself, of course, with all the team, but we made it happen. And it was just kind of crazy because after that, that's when my little like week and a half dry spell, I hate that word. So if you ever say it to me, I hate it, or phrase, whatever, dry spell. I'm like, you don't have a dry spell. You just need to go talk to more people. But my week and a half where I didn't sign anybody, any distributors, that's when, you know, at the end of this, that ended. The literally next day, I signed 4 distributors that day. It's like, okay, floodgates are open. So I just said, and I like to talk about it as if it's like happened or if it's going to happen. So I just said today, I decided to have extra faith. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm going to make it happen. On this Sunday, my enrollments went crazy. My team started signing even more than before. I ended March 2019 on my 2.0 with 130,000, and I made my $60,000 a month goal, and I promoted to Presidential 2.0. Now, I did not end at 130, but I did promote my my 2.0 account to Presidential, and my enrollments did go crazy. And I'm not saying that you can write it down and it's just going to happen, but I'm saying if you put in the work and then you journal and you believe it, and that is what makes you feel it. And that's what makes people attracted to your excitement. And that's what, like those posts that Ashley's talking about where she's just being open and real and excited and all that kind of stuff. Those posts come from doing things like this and personal development. Like it's things like this. I'll take this and put it on a post, and people will be like, oh my gosh, like that's freaking awesome. And so those are the types of things, you guys, like, please just start doing some personal development and some journaling, and it'll change your life. Like if you talk to Eliana, she'll be like, every little thing that's ever happened every single day in the last 6 months is all because I journaled it. Like literally. It's crazy. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like part of what she was telling me was why I was like, I need to get on this. Like I'm going to be missing out if I don't jump on this train right now. So anyways, all right. So yes, this will be recorded, you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and just finish it out. Next week, we're going to have Stacy, ambassador, and some triples and some other amazing people. But Stacy's actually just going to go live in the team page because I was like, I want you to say like whatever you want, and then I want it to still stay there and be there forever. So we're about to do 2 things. Number 1, either tomorrow or Wednesday, we are going to announce our retreat, our team retreat. So we're super excited about that. And the next thing is I'm going to announce the top enrollers either tonight or tomorrow. I have them all right here. Y'all just killed it. You just killed it. It's so amazing. And I love it because you guys, when I put these top enrollers for distributors, top customer BV enrollers, and like rising stars, basically. I want you guys to see that those people are doing the things that we are talking about right now. Okay, those are the people that are promoting because they're enrolling. Being a leader has nothing to do with saying, oh my gosh, Eliana, go do this, go do that. That's a boss. A leader leads by example, and a leader says, let's go together. A leader leads from the front by enrolling. Okay, so that's this month's theme is enroll. Enroll to become a leader. So anyways, all right, guys, this is the longest training ever. Now my husband's going to come and get me. So I'll see you later. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't care. Good night. Thank you all for staying, and have a happy Monday. And let's kill it for April. Like, let's just slay it. Like, slay it more than we've already slayed it, because we slayed it. Let's slay it again. Okay? Okay. You guys look tired. Bye.